Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is future editing Rachel, and I just wanted to add a little note here at the beginning before we get into it. If you didn't watch the video before this, we had rental car problems and we kind of wasted a whole day and a half running all over Scotland trying to get that figured out and fixed. Unfortunately, we ended up with the same van that we had. It was drivable, but there were like sensor faults and stuff going on, but I'm not gonna get into it. But that is kind of why this video kind of starts off at a random point, and just so you kind of know what happened before this point. But it is my birthday in this video, and I'm just really excited to share my awesome time in Scotland and turning 28 and all of that. So thanks for watching. Here you go. Okay, so we haven't made it yet to Skye. We still have, I think, about an hour, maybe an hour and a half left. But we've made a stop at this little chocolate shop behind me, the Chocolates of Glenshiel. And yeah, so we got a couple boxes. Dad got some for my birthday. We got a big selection box, and then just this one of the white chocolate and Scottish strawberry, which I had a sample of, and it was really, really good. They use like all local ingredients from Scotland in all their chocolates, and they have a wide variety of like artisanal chocolates. Very good and delicious, and it's just in this really beautiful area. So if you are driving by, I definitely suggest it. I've already had some from the bigger box too, and it's really good. And then they also have some other like little local art and products and stuff inside as well. And yeah, we're gonna keep on driving. We are almost to the Isle of Skye, but then we still have to drive further up to our actual Airbnb, and then we're gonna head over onto the west coast of the Isle and explore that today. Okay, we've made another stop now, almost to Skye but not quite, at Eilean Donan Castle, which I'll get a close-up for you. It's pretty far back there. You do have to pay to go in, but there are a couple viewpoints. The light isn't the best because it's like 1 o'clock and it's pretty direct, but I will still probably take a couple photos because who knows when we're going to be down here again, except for when we leave, I guess. But the goal is, I think, to stop here tomorrow on our way back down to Edinburgh and maybe take photos in the earlier morning when the light is hopefully better, if it's sunny. But I'm still going to take some now too. Oh, also I finally found out like what all these yellow plants are called, and it is gorse. So in case you're wondering. Okay. Okay, we're back on Skye. We made a little stop at our little Airbnb pod thing to just check on our stuff, but we are gonna just head west now. We're hoping to end with sunset at Neist Point Lighthouse, and I'm super excited. I did also want to say that obviously I'm bummed that we just wasted a day and a half on this stupid car and nothing even got resolved, but I'm not going to focus on it anymore. I'm just going to focus on this beautiful day. I did want to say too that everybody who helped us, like the tow truck drivers and like the people at Enterprise, were all very helpful and nice. All the Scots that we've come across have been very nice and you know, just helpful with, you know, pointing out where we should go for stuff. And yeah, it's just been really awesome. So Dad is anxious to go see some birds, hopefully in the area we're going, so let's go. I don't think I've talked about the sheep that much, but they're the cutest thing ever, and I'm obsessed. It's also lambing season, so there's a ton of lambs. Oh my god, the way they frolic in the fields, and they just dot the hillsides. It's so idyllic and beautiful and cute. And the little babies, when they nurse, they like wag their little tails. My heart. Oh my god. I'm obsessed, okay? Okay, we've made it to Neist Point, which you can see back there. The lighthouse is kind of hidden unless you get at a certain angle. So we're gonna kind of walk down there. We're kind of just scouting the area. it's obviously long before sunset. We'll see. Hopefully I can get some good photos. This is one of the places I was really looking forward to for photography. Okay, so I've walked down to the lighthouse. Not too long of a walk, but very steep. Lots of stairs and inclines. Yeah, the more iconic shot of the lighthouse is actually a wider angle taken from up near the parking lot, which is where I'll go to do like sunset. But I guess it's cool to actually walk down to it. Okay, we have over 2 hours until sunset, so we've kind of driven up just a few more minutes backwards to the Loch Mor overlook, which is right behind me. Gorgeous, gorgeous. You can see the ocean and then the loch, and then there's like this little cliff mountain thing. I want to fly the drone, but it's kind of windy. I want to see if there's a wind alert when I go up. There probably will be though, but we'll see. I did end up flying the drone, but only for a few minutes because it was so windy. After that, we kind of drove around looking for a place to eat, but since we're in such a remote area, there weren't any options. So we turned back around and headed to Neist Point. Here's a hot tip. When you plan on taking a really beautiful sunset photo over the ocean of a lighthouse in Scotland, make sure your batteries are charged. Both of my Nikon batteries were very close to being dead, and now they pretty much are dead. They won't take a photo. Luckily I have the drone. I'm not gonna fly it because it's too windy, but I can just take photos just from the ground, and it's actually a better quality camera than the other camera anyway, because it's such a big file size. I'll be able to crop in later and post. It's a really beautiful sunset. Not very many clouds, but lots of color. Gorgeous, all the seabirds flying around down there, and just the perfect end to my birthday, my Scottish birthday. Definitely, it's a really good birthday. I can't believe I'm 28. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense. Wow. I'm almost 30. Let's just enjoy the beauty of this. That was such a beautiful, lovely end to my birthday. Thank you for coming along for the last couple of days. It's definitely been a roller coaster. But yeah, this is kind of the end of our time in Scotland. Tomorrow, well, technically we still have one full day, but and then after that, we're flying home. Tomorrow we're going to try to leave the Airbnb pretty early. I want to stop at some castles on the way back down to Edinburgh, and then we have to take a COVID test, and then return our car, and then spend the night, and then the next morning we fly out. So hopefully everything goes well tomorrow. I'm definitely going to make sure to charge all of my batteries. It is sadly our last day in Scotland. We're driving from the Isle of Skye back down to Edinburgh so we can take our COVID test, which you still need currently to get back into the USA, a negative result. And then we have to return our car, and then we're staying one night in Edinburgh before we fly out of that airport. But I want to see as many castles as possible on our drive. We're gonna be kind of cutting it close, I think. Our COVID test is at 3. It is, I don't know, like 9:30ish, but we're gonna do it. We're back at Eilean, Donan, I think, Castle, and we were here yesterday. This is actually our 3rd time here, but this is the best light we've had, so I'm gonna be taking some photos. I'm excited. Thanks for coming along today. Let's go. We decided we would not have time to stop at the other castles which is a bummer because obviously I really wanted to see them. They were super photogenic, but we're in Fort William, which is more on the way. We stopped at the old Inverlochy Castle, which is just ruins from like the 13th century. I'm talking fast because we don't have time to dilly-dally. I'm probably gonna take a couple photos, fly the drone for a minute, and then we're gonna keep on keeping on. Okay, that castle was a good quick stop. Not really worth a drone flight just because there's a fence around it. It's very urban-y all around, so it's not really good for like photography, I guess, but
yeah, it's being restored.
Yeah, it's being restored, I guess. I do need to just deplete the drone batteries before we can fly. They have to be at like less than 30% for safety. We're not going to make any more stops though until we get to the airport.
Take the first exit.
Where our COVID test is going to be. According to the GPS, we should get there about 30 minutes before our COVID test. Hopefully that is accurate.
Right about good.
Okay, we've made one more quick stop at the Kelpies in Helix Park, just outside of Edinburgh. I just wanted to see them because it's just like this really cool art sculpture thing. They are Kelpies, like the mythical water creatures. They're not horses. So yeah, I'm just gonna walk around. We'll walk around real quick and then leave. We still have a little bit of time, hopefully, to get to our COVID test. The light's kind of horrible, but they're so cool. There's some smaller ones over there and a cafe and a gift shop. And I think you can go inside too, but you have to book a tour, I believe. I forgot to say it was also £3 to park. The park's pretty big too. There's other things to do. It looks like there's some other like little art installation kind of things. I wish we had more time to explore, but we don't. I really do want to come back to Scotland though, because there's so much stuff that I didn't see and do. Such a beautiful country. England too, I really want to come back. Okay, we've made it back to Edinburgh. We did take our COVID test. We did a lateral flow test at the Edinburgh airport in the parking lot. They have like a drive-through one. You just stay in your car. It takes 40 minutes to get the results. So by the time we get to the hotel and get connected to the Wi-Fi, we should have the results in our email. And then we also returned our rental van. If you watched the last episode, you'll know that we kind of had some issues with the van, and yeah, it kind of sucked, but we were able to get it returned, and they did give us a good refund, a partial refund on that for our troubles and for the fact that we basically wasted a day and a half or 2 days. So yeah, that was really nice of them. Definitely appreciate it. Now we're just kind of gonna go check into our hotel, maybe explore Edinburgh a little bit, and then wake up nice and early tomorrow so we can fly home finally. I'm excited to go home, but I am definitely gonna miss Scotland. It's so beautiful. Oh, and the garden has definitely bloomed a lot more since we've been here, so I'm excited to see all the flowers, and it's really sunny today, so yay. Dad and I both tested positive for COVID.